What's up, everyone? My name is Brandon,
I'm Ryan, still.
and this is Game Talk. How is your week going so far, Ryan? We just got done with an intro conversation about colors.
Yeah, I was having a very deep, insightful conversation with myself earlier this week about favorite colors and blah blah blah. It's good. The week was really good until the snow today and driving in it.
Yeah,
But
that's true. We could have figured out a remote way to do it. I could have at least gotten your voice in. We could probably have Skyped, and then I could
yeah,
have
but then
your.
people can't see me.
No, if you have a Skype video,
I've never used Skype.
do you have a webcam?
Probably on my Chromebook.
Yeah, that would work. It's obviously not as good as
Well,
you being here, but if there is a disaster and you can't make it,
we
I
can
can
dabble with
I
it.
can at least get your voice on stream through Discord.
Okay.
And then if we wanted to do some form of video chat through Skype, which I
Yeah.
haven't used in forever, I could just like put your face next to me in your chair.
Well, maybe sometime later this week we can try and
Yeah,
figure
we can
that just
tinker
in
with
case
that.
of emergency.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good idea. I don't even think I have Skype on here. Well, I probably do because Windows owns it. Anyways, let's get into some news.
excuse me
So
again.
there was a lot of shit that I kind of have them more so in the order of timeline of the week versus intensity because
So organized.
there's no like insane stories, at least not to me. The biggest thing, this was teased last Sunday, but I didn't talk about it because it was just like super rumor at the time. Wonderful 101. I don't know if you know what that is. It's
I
a
have
platinum
no
game.
idea.
It is a platinum game Wii U game that came out. So clearly it only had a very low ceiling to sell because the Wii U sold about 13 million consoles, which is not a lot at all.
No.
So the game I think sold maybe just over 1 million. Do you know Platinum Games? They make action games like
I've heard it.
Devil May Cry. They made Astral Chain. They make the Bayonetta games.
Okay.
So games like that. They made the Devil May Cry like soft reboot, which didn't go anywhere, and then they made Devil May Cry 5. They didn't make Devil May Cry 5, but Capcom then did because they just kind of were like, this remake was fine, but we don't want to pursue any more of it. But Platinum was teasing it, and then they also teased another story, which we'll get to after this. So Wonderful 101 Kickstarter started, so I'm assuming they bought the rights back because Nintendo owned this IP, but I think they just didn't see value in it, is my guess. So they kickstarted it, and it also reached stretch goals for PC, PS4. The first goal was the Switch release. So it's coming to everything. So Wonderful 101, basically, so it is a combat action-faced focused game, but you have 101 people on your team. So it's basically like a big here, I can bring it up
like
so
a
people
mob
can kind of see it.
mentality. Sweet.
Kind of, yeah. So like these are your dudes. This is the guy who's on the cover, but depending on what attacks you're doing, your huge group of people turns into like a sword or like a gun to shoot.
Oh, cool.
Shit like that. I played the demo for it. I had fun with it, but I wasn't gonna pay $60 for it.
Yeah.
But it is. I should actually open up their Kickstarter and see. Is there a link to their Kickstarter? There's got to be, right? The Kickstarter has been fucking crushing goals. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so it's got 1.5
Holy
million
balls.
of its 49,000 goal, and there's still 26 days to go, which is insane. So I'm curious what their stretch goal tiers are at this point. So yeah, Switch version, Steam version, PS4 version, they unlocked Time Attack, they unlocked a brand new 2D side-scrolling adventure. Now we're getting close to a soundtrack, and then 2 million they'll have another mission with this added
Wow.
content. So they're adding content to the game with the Kickstarter stretch goals, which is sweet. Now the Switch version was so low, and it's also coming out in like April. So part of me thinks that it was almost done, and
Of this year?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So part of me thinks they were doing this already, but they're publishing the game
Why
themselves,
not?
which
Yeah.
Platinum Games has always been a developer, never a publisher. So I think they not that they didn't understand, but they didn't know how much it was going to cost to publish these things because publishing is kind of a pain in the ass if you've never done it before. From what I've heard, I don't know shit about that, but so yeah, this got announced.
Cool.
Um,
That's kind of exciting. I'd be.
Platinum teased a website, which is where this got revealed, called Platinum 4, which is this website. It's basically 4 games by Platinum. The first one being Wonderful 101 Remake. These other ones just say coming soon.
Oh.
So there's speculation what these 4 are going to be. I'm thinking Bayonetta 3 might get re-revealed because that got announced for Switch 2 years ago. I have no idea. I don't know what the other 3 are going to be, but
Cool.
yeah, it's cool. Platinum Games
look.
makes cool shit. Sometimes they're working on too much at a time, and then the quality suffers a little bit. Like they made a Ninja Turtles game that wasn't great. They made a Transformers game that was fun but very short. But then they made games like Nier Automata, which people loved. It won Game of the Year
I
Action
played
Awards.
that. I think I have it.
Do you? I don't have it. I want to play it, but I don't have it. Then they made Astral Chain for the Switch. They have a good partnership with Nintendo because Nintendo, it's kind of their we can get cool action, almost adult style
Yeah.
games on our system because Bayonetta is an exclusive. Like Nintendo owns publishing rights to that, which is crazy because only the first Bayonetta was on every console. Bayonetta 2 was on Wii U and they ported it to Switch, which I still haven't played them. I got them for
haven't
Christmas
played
this
any of
year
them,
because I want
yeah.
to play them. She's cool in Smash.
On my
Like,
list,
she's really
I just
good.
have way too much shit, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Because I fucked myself with what I did the other day on my Switch, so we'll get there.
Have you played any Platinum games before?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think some older stuff that they made that you may have played. You'll remember this game. We're just going to continue Platinum Game stories for a bit. They said they'd love to finish Scalebound with Microsoft's permission. Do you remember Scalebound?
I don't.
Okay.
Enlighten me.
This was a game that was supposed to be a big Xbox exclusive developed by Platinum Games. It was basically this almost dragon taming action game. I'm sure you've seen demos about it. But you play a dude. So this dude mounted on this dragon here is your character.
I mean, I've been
basically
played by enough dudes, so it's about time I get to play a dude.
Have you tamed dragons while playing with dudes?
Well, I'll keep it PG today. I mean, I can kind of tame dragons in Skyrim, so I mean, I'm basically a professional.
That's true. But yeah, this is an article by Chris Priestman at IGN. The other articles were, I think, straight from Platinum Games themselves. But
cool.
Yeah, I don't know. This game got canceled in 2017. So it's probably not coming.
That sucks. That would be so sweet.
It looked cool. Apparently there were just big dev issues and
Well,
it was getting really expensive and buggy to fix. I don't know, like more so than usual.
Like,
yeah.
That's my shtick.
It looks cool and it looked like a
sweet.
cool, unique game that would have been Xbox exclusive that wasn't, Halo and Gears. They're lacking in like big tier cool exclusives right now. They're working on it. They have a lot of good developers now, but that shit still takes time.
Thanks, so yeah, Benny.
Yeah.
That's what they call me in the gay community.
So they said they'd love to finish it. They'd have to get Microsoft's permission because Microsoft owns certain rights to this game.
Okay.
I could see it happening. I don't know if it will, but Microsoft's been very good with their marketing and them just basically building goodwill with their customers and their gamers and everything like that. So I don't know. We'll see. It would be cool if it would happen. It wouldn't be for years. It wouldn't tell some sort of announcement. All right. So transitioning from Platinum, Fallout 76's big NPC update is finally coming. This is from The Verge. Chaim Gartenberg.
It's been talked about for a while, and I think people are getting really excited for it.
Well, it was supposed to come out in, December, November?
You mean it got pushed back?
Yeah, it got delayed. And man, I want to like Fallout 76, but I don't.
I do. Like, I like it, but I don't want to be involved with anybody else. I want to be a nomad and I want to be able to do things, and I just feel like
you should just play the single player Fallouts then.
I know, exactly.
They're better.
It's like that's why. So I do. I want to really like it, but
yeah, it was coming out in the fall and it got delayed hard. Bethesda's been having a rough time. Doom will be good for them, but I don't know what else will be.
They keep getting knocked down. It's like every year they just get knocked down.
They keep doing stupid shit too, like with Fallout 76's microtransactions and the nylon bag.
I almost feel like some of these big companies like don't listen to their gamers. Like, you're not listening to what people say and ask for.
Yeah.
Fully, at least the way that I
especially the bigger the corporations get, like Activision, they just want money.
Yeah.
And Activision's getting their fingers into Blizzard because they own Blizzard, which is making things worse at Blizzard. Sucks.
I mean, people will still pay for this.
Yeah. You just need a couple bangers to come out and get goodwill back.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a step in the right direction. Fallout 76 is less fun to play by yourself because there's no story shit. And this is adding all of that. And the multiplayer isn't amazing. I don't know. I don't like it because my least favorite part about the Fallout games is gathering resources and building your base.
And
this is based on that, and I don't like it. I just want to get guns and get strong and fuck shit up and find materials to make my guns better, but I don't give a shit about my house. The stock could be shitty right now. I could see that.
I don't know that for a fact, but I know it. People aren't happy. Outspokenly not happy. Like, people keep trying, and wasn't there like not a petition, but a bunch of people were trying to boycott Bethesda essentially?
Probably.
And Obviously, it's not going to happen. I think they're too big to fully crumble, but
They are, and like they have big names. It's not as bad as Blizzard because Blizzard with the whole Blitzchung Hong
Mhm.
Kong fiasco. Bethesda's not doing anything like that. They're just putting in shitty microtransactions in their buggy ass game.
nobody wants that shit.
Yeah. Well, it was initially the transactions were just cosmetic, and then they said they would only ever be cosmetic,
Mhm.
and then they put repair kits in, and then they're like, "Oh, we just changed our blah blah blah." They're basically taking advantage of the small community that does play the game to make more money.
Mhm.
But this is a free content update, so I mean, it's funding that at least.
We'll see.
Bethesda won't switch back to the right direction until Doom comes out, which is soon. But Doom looks amazing.
Yes,
but
it does.
again, that's made by it's not Dice, id Software. So the people who make Rage and all the like amazing first person shooters, whereas Fallout and Elder Scrolls and what's their new game in that vein in space?
The Starfield?
Starfield. Yeah, that's the next game coming from them. Whenever the fuck that
I'm
shows up.
excited for that. I want to see more. I
Yeah,
feel like I haven't
but
seen
those are
real-
all Bethesda game studios, so they have issues with the bugs and the open world, and they're still using that same engine that they're just working on expanding, which is where the bugs come from.
Mhm.
It's tough because everyone always gives Bethesda a pass for their bugs and shit because the games are fun and they're so big. But
Mhm.
now you're getting big games like Witcher 3 and shit like that, which aren't really buggy.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, you had some issues with Roach Your Horse in The Witcher 3, but it's not anything like Fallout.
Yeah, nothing that people are gonna jump on
Yeah.
the bandwagon and complain about forever.
Right. So hopefully they're listening, and I know they're seeing the shit talk that
Mhm.
everybody's doing.
Yep.
Doom will be good for them as a whole, but not for Bethesda Game Studios.
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. So are you going to try this when it comes out?
I might. It's like every couple weeks I dabble back into Fallout 76 and dick around, so maybe I'll get around to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's worth a shot. We'll see. We'll
I'll
see
have
what's out in
you
April. Well, isn't
Let me know how it is.
Animal Crossing now in
Animal Crossing's at the end of March, and Final
Yeah,
Fantasy's
so-
in April, so, I'm not playing this.
I'm booked.
Well, you're not getting Final Fantasy, though, so
No, I'm not.
you could play this. I'll have a physical version of Final Fantasy, so whenever I'm done with it, you can play
Wait,
it.
that would
Because it's
be
going to be
sweet.
amazing. God, I'm so excited for it. Okay. Next article. PlayStation 5 price is a balancing act. This is from IGN, Chris Priestman. So I don't know if you saw this, that they haven't decided on a price for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
Basically, they're waiting for the Series
I've seen like
X.
8 articles about
Yeah,
it.
it's been all
Where they're
fucking
like,
over the
we
place.
want to see what Microsoft's going to do, and that's what they're waiting. Which I get,
Mhm.
but
I get you want to counter it, and they did that with the Xbox One. Because remember
Mhm.
when they were revealed, Xbox One was $500 bundled in with Kinect, and Sony knew that Microsoft was going to be doing that because initially theirs was going to be $500 as well, bundled with that that PlayStation camera,
Mhm.
and so they unbundled it and charged $400 for the PS4,
yeah,
and that just fucking crushed at the press conference. So I get why they'd be waiting, but they're still going to be close in price. I don't think it's going to be less than $400.
well, and they won't be more than $100 apart, guaranteed. Which, fine.
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, Benny wants a $300 PlayStation 5. I mean, we all do, but I don't think it's gonna
that
be
would be nice. I mean, maybe there's going to be 2 versions,
maybe.
like Xbox has been doing, where they have like that other.
There's rumors of Microsoft having 2 versions of the Xbox, but everything I've heard rumor wise is that there's just gonna be one PS5.
I don't actually think Sony would do that. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're too smart for that. They know that they're the top
Right.
seller.
Well,
so
and
they're not
they're
gonna fuck
they're
themselves.
focusing on just streamline. This is PS5. There's exclusive games on PS5, whereas Microsoft's marketing is a little more confusing to the
Mhm.
common customer. They're going to have Xbox Series X and then Series S, I'm assuming, which will be a lower version. But there's going to be no exclusives for the first 2 years on Series X or Series S, so you'll be able to play everything on your old Xbox One X
Yeah.
and Xbox One S as well, and it'll look better on Series X.
Which is
It's more confusing to the consumer who's not us.
yeah, yep, who can't follow it.
When the mom or dad comes in and say, my son asked for Halo for the Series X, which one do you get?
Yeah.
Or they want an Xbox for Christmas, which one do I get?
Well, or they come in and they're like, my son wants an Xbox some X.
Mhm.
There's now going to be 2 things.
Right.
It's like, well, which one? And then they're going to.
Yeah.
Most parents are just going to buy the cheaper.
Right. And it'll follow up then. Oh, they want to play the new Halo. Be like, you can
Here-
play the new Halo out of all of them.
Here you go. Which is kind of nice though, like knowing us, like being more involved, knowing that there's not going to be
Mhm.
super exclusives or any major reason for me
Oh yeah, I can barely follow.
buy an Xbox. Like I have the One X and I'm really bummed out. Like I've only had it for
Mhm.
a year,
Yeah.
maybe a year and a half, but it's like now I can wait. I can get my PS5
Right. You'll be able
And
to
then
play.
wait.
You'll be able to play Halo. I'll be
Yeah.
able to play Halo on my 1S.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
look
not going to
fantastic no
look
matter what.
beautiful like it will on yours, even or the Series X, obviously.
Yeah, it'll
But
still look good.
I'll be able to play. Yeah, because that's what's annoying to me though, because they have to develop for the least common denominator there. So Halo
Mhm.
Infinite can only do so much because it has to run on the 1S, which is the lowest common denominator of Xboxes. Well, it probably has to run on the fucking chunky first Xbox One,
Yeah,
which Dylan still has. So, shit, I don't know. What are you willing to pay for your next gen console?
Me?
What do you think?
Oh, that's the question.
What do you think the majority is? I'm in the 400, 500 range.
Well,
I mean, I would want to pay 300,
yeah,
400,
like
but I would pay 400, 500.
wanting to pay is different.
I
Like,
won't
3 to
pay
4.
600.
I would if
Okay, so most people
there's
are
like a
in that
surprise,
range.
if there's like a little surprise. I'd pay 500 or 600 if there was like something we don't know about yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
or if it
you
includes
get like
something.
2 controllers instead of just
Yeah,
one.
you get 2
or-
controllers and a subscription to like revamped PS Now or
Yeah.
something, which we don't know if that's
Yeah.
a thing. But
Or
I
like a
hope it
free
is.
game. Like sometimes they bundle
Yeah.
games, but like sometimes you can pick a game. Like I'd
Yeah.
pay extra for that.
It comes with
absolutely.
Dreams or something, and you can play.
Yeah.
Like I want to play Dreams really bad.
Or you just get hired on at Walmart, get your 10% discount. You don't have to stay hired at Walmart.
I'll have my discount
people.
back by
Just
then.
work there for 90 days.
Yeah, 90
Get your
days.
discount, buy your game, and get out.
I'm hoping it launches right before Blitz, and then we have some in stock, so we can do like the 25%.
Yes,
that would
please.
be dope. But I doubt that.
On the note of the PS5 and this kind of information,
Mhm.
one of the articles I found from Games Radar by Alex Avard
Mhm.
is, and I saw a couple articles about this, but the PS5 website is live. I think it said in
Oh yeah,
Germany and the UK versions are up.
there was a US version, but I think it went down.
Yes.
I remember looking it up because you could sign up for a mailing list, but then that field
Mhm.
went away.
Yep.
There's no fucking information on it, but kind of show you guys.
So people like follow that. They're
Launches
finding
on the
it. They're kind of
2020. Oh, you can sign up
Yep.
again now.
super keeping tabs, which is exciting. Which again leads to this February reveal.
God, I hope
that
it
people
happens
are
in
talking
February.
about.
I feel like we're getting too close for it to be February at this point.
Yeah, yes and no.
Yeah, I hope it's
kinda what
400
they
as
were
well. Max
saying.
for me is 500, but we're just gonna sign up for this shit right away. Date of birth. That's not the way that our dates are set up. Hold on.
Oh my god. So I don't know if I showed you this. One of my people I know on Facebook like posted something that somebody else had posted about. There was like a date on it, and it was the
Signed up,
month
we're good.
or the day, and then the month, and then whatever.
Yeah, day first.
And they were like, they reposted it. They're like, since when does the calendar have 13 months? I can't believe how stupid some people are. And I was like, oh no, do I say something? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just wait and see what else
Somebody
I can find.
will. Somebody will say
Yeah.
something.
It was wild. It was a shame. It was disappointing. So yeah, that's fun. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
everyone.
I signed up for the mailing list, so
Interested.
we'll see. I want PS5 news so
Um,
bad.
Real quick, again, another short article. I don't have too much, but this one from Forbes
Mhm.
by Paul Cassie. There
Mhm.
was a like a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm dumb right now. They asked people what their
I just saw millennials.
top
A poll?
10, yeah, there, that thing.
Okay.
Top 10 like brands, video game brands, companies. PlayStation crushed it.
Okay.
Xbox was number 9 out of a list of 10.
What? How are there
PlayStation was
10?
number
Who's
1.
on this list?
They did like big companies, Amazon, Target, Disney.
Uh,
What are people? What's their favorite? And PlayStation was
How is
top.
Target? Like they just like to buy games at Target?
well.
Target's not developing games.
No, well,
What
there's
does that mean?
Ford and Jeep, Apple. So it was like just big companies.
Is it just like big
was,
brands
Yeah,
that
what
you're
was most
associated
notable
with?
to people throughout the year, kind of thing. And
Okay.
PlayStation crushed it. Xbox and Nintendo 9 and 10.
I would have expected
consecutively,
Nintendo to be higher, but
which is a bummer. PlayStation jumped. They were number 8 on this particular list
Okay.
last year.
so people are hyped for the PlayStation
And-
5 because so many people have PS4s.
Yeah. But it was 56,000 possible brands for this list,
Holy
and
shit.
that made me so happy because
Have you seen? I know you just reactivated your Twitter account, but anytime PlayStation or Sony tweets out anything, the comments are just filled with PS5 news. I want PS5 news. When's PS5 getting revealed? PS5? How about we talk about the PS5? And the social media people at Sony probably are just like,
They probably put a blocker on it, like something that they just like.
They just mute.
Yep, all that's muted.
Just mute everybody because it's always the first and top comments. Then they're tweeting about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm like, oh, cool, this art's sweet. And then it's just everyone asking about PS5. This would look greater on PS5. That kind of shit. So
I can't blame them.
So
they're doing it
still going with Microsoft and Sony. This is why Microsoft doesn't think Sony and PlayStation are the real competition for Xbox. This is written by David Thier at Forbes. This is basically saying they were asking Phil Spencer about the next gen and things like that, and all the Microsoft services that are coming. You know, Series X will have Game Pass, and then xCloud, which is their streaming service that's in beta right now. BNS or
yeah.
But this article basically says that they respect Nintendo and PlayStation, but they're not their direct real competition right now. Their real competition is Google and Nvidia and these other companies and Amazon that are working on streaming services because that's the future of everything. Stadia's ass. But the xCloud looks awesome. It's in beta right now. It apparently works really well. It's going to work with your Game Pass. So when it comes out, you can just sign into your phone or whatever you want to stream to and sign in with your Xbox account. And you'll have access to these huge library of games already. And you can go from playing on your Xbox on your TV to you go to the coffee shop. You continue your save file of Gears of War or Halo or whatever just on your phone. That's amazing.
I like that. And I like this kind of discussion because 2 points. Microsoft and Sony should not treat it as competition if they worked together,
right?
Not necessarily
which they are working together. Remember, they're using Microsoft streaming servers now. PlayStation
would be awesome. Is better. But I know years ago I said when the Nintendo Switch was being announced that it's gonna come out guns a-blazing and crush Sony and Microsoft in the sense of what they offer, what it is, and how popular it's going to be. And it did, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Did you hear the rumor? I didn't pull the article. According to PlayStation was surveying people through email, and one of the topics was getting remote play on the Switch for PlayStation games. I didn't pull the article. I don't remember where I saw it, but
I did see that.
That would be amazing. I don't see that ever happening, but holy shit,
you
that
never
would be
know.
awesome.
But I think like Amazon could come out swinging with either
Amazon's
their own games because I know they are working on things.
Yeah, they've been working on shit for years. But they've been hiring big people. I think
they're gonna come out swinging. And I think we're not gonna expect it. They're gonna be blindsided because you don't hear a lot about it.
It won't be like Google coming out swinging.
No, it's gonna be better because they can do that.
I'm sure they saw that.
Offense, Google.
And we're taking notes. Like,
stick to your phones because your phones are fucking amazing.
Yeah, nobody. We're the only few people that buy those too, though.
They're fucking amazing. Oh, good. Get a Google Pixel.
I heard the Pixel 4 is not good though.
No, well, that's the whole odd number, even number. Don't ever get an even number phone.
Okay. But yeah, I thought this was cool. Microsoft doesn't think Sony and PlayStation. It makes me think of James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy director. He's now directing Suicide Squad for DC. Then he's going to go back, direct Guardians 3. He got tweeted a question about the companies being rivals and things like that. And he said he's never really seen a rivalry. He said Marvel and DC are always kind of boosting each other because like superhero movies are their business. So they want superhero movies in general to do good. And that it's more so Marvel and DC against the rest of the box office and things like that. So seeing that, it made me think of this article made me think of that with Microsoft, Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo kind of working together to bring the console market and video games to a broader audience because they are the staples and these new players in the game are the real competitors, not the consistent players in the game.
Absolutely get a Google Pixel. You will not regret it, I promise.
Yeah, I love the Pixel, especially because I use Google for fucking everything.
Yeah.
Like it just syncs. If you're on your computer doing stuff, you're on your phone, all of it's always there. It's just very nice. And then the biggest thing is it doesn't have a fucking headphone port, which I still hate sometimes, but I use mostly wireless.
And stuff.
I use mostly wireless headphones at this point, and my car Bluetooths to it, so I don't even need to plug it in my car. So, all right. Do you have any other Microsoft, PlayStation related articles before we transition to something else?
No, I have a couple more. I have Pokemon. I'm always going to talk about Pokemon. Get 15 minutes to it.
I have a Pokemon one in here too, so you go with yours. It's probably the same one.
I have 3.
Okay.
A little different.
All right.
The one that excited me the most was if you've played Sword and Shield. If you remember by Turfield, I think it was, there was like, it looked like a crop circle kind of thing, but it was like a Pokemon.
Was it I think I remember. Is that where you had to look? You could,
one.
yeah, okay.
So,
you can't go to it, but you can look at it.
Yeah, you can see it. So I didn't like commit it to memory. I noticed it.
Garfield Pokemon.
Well, they just dropped Gigantamax Toxtricity,
Yes.
who is this is what it is.
That's not the wrong. There we go.
Um,
He's holding a guitar.
you see, like somebody saw it and compared it, and they remembered that, and it was really cool to see. So they don't know. I don't remember seeing any other things like this in the game.
I don't remember seeing it.
Then again, I could have missed
The only
it.
other things that were kind of symbolic like that were the statues, but those were of the legendaries already.
True. Which is exciting because it could be anything. I mean, who knows exactly what it means? I feel like there's more to it than just dropping the Gigantamax without any other information to this mystery.
Yeah, like is there gonna be more? Here, I'll get this picture.
Yeah.
To kind of show the channel. Just want a full screen version of it. Well, either way, you can get an idea.
It's there.
So you see this turf field here versus I can see it.
Yep. And like along with this article, there was another one that I found that kind of talked about how the post game with Sword and Shield was a little lacking, and some of the actual gameplay, like there wasn't. I think we had also talked in one of our first shows about there's no Silph there's none of that extra,
no, it's just the gym shit.
Yeah,
there's no like side anything really.
But with things like this, they're saying, well, maybe there's more mysteries in Sword and Shield that we don't know about.
Maybe, yeah.
Now the DLC is coming, so hopefully this kind of thing is gonna things that we missed, and they Nintendo, whoever, tucked things in this game for us to find.
I'm excited for the DLC.
Awesome.
I need to go finish my Pokedex so I can get that shiny charm before the DLC drops. Man. I just haven't wanted to play.
So more Pokemon news. This broke
Pokemon
my heart.
Go.
I was not happy.
Really?
This is my.
I didn't really care because I never do the community day shit. But
Rhyhorn,
tell us what's it about
for the community day? Are you kidding me?
People are stoked about it. I saw in the Discord for our area.
Why
they're
Rhyhorn?
Like, hell yeah, Rhyhorn. I don't know. People probably just want to make their Rhyperior strong as shit because he's a really strong. It's a really strong Pokemon.
That's it. That's all I got for that because that really bummed me out.
Oh yeah, Benny is also pissed about it.
Thank you. Yeah.
What were the other options?
I don't even care.
I just saw it was Rhyhorn, and I'm like, okay, I can make my Rhyperior strong.
I wasn't excited
stronger.
about any of them. Actually,
what's a shiny Rhyhorn and Rhyperior look like though?
That might
because that could be why people are excited about it. Shiny Rhyhorn doesn't look that cool.
They're not. It looks more like a clay.
I think the regular one looks cooler.
Did I have the same article twice? Did I not?
Could only vote for Rhyhorn? That sucks. I like this Rhyhorn better. That's more albino than this one.
Yeah.
It just looks like creamy. I'm not a fan of the creamy Rhyhorn.
Okay, while you're looking at that, Pokemon Day 2020, February 27th. Super stoked.
What is Pokemon Day again?
24th anniversary of the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan.
Okay.
24.
That's crazy. I remember playing Pokemon Blue on my Game Boy with a light in like a box for it that I made.
Yeah, like I remember like playing in the dark, like with a flashlight under my chin, like trying to play. But I'm excited. They're saying there's going to be a new mythical Pokemon in Sword and Shield.
Ooh, shit. That's
February 27th.
Just that day?
I'm assuming it'll stay
for
good, Brandon.
Well, you never know. Pokemon likes to do these specific events and then they go away.
New max raid battles, etc., etc. Some kind of fun stuff.
Cool.
Obviously, some stuff in Pokemon Go also. It's going to be all around.
Hopefully, it'll be nice-ish outside so we can actually go play.
Also, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution will be on Netflix. I believe the 25th, so just in time for Pokemon Day.
I want to watch that really bad. Should we watch the original and then that? Do comparisons?
We could, yeah, because there's going to be a lot that's different, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a direct remake.
No, I think they did change some stuff. Not too much. Like, it's going to essentially follow the same line, but... and this part, special clones of Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise in raids.
Special clones?
Pikachu popping up in photos you take in the game.
Oh, so if you take photos, like kind of how you catch that painty guy. I forget his name.
Miracle?
Yeah, that's it.
Something weird.
I think.
It always makes me think of Lord of the Rings. So yeah, stay tuned for Pokemon Day 2020, February 27th.
What I'm waiting for Pokemon Go news is because they do those fests, the Pokemon Go fests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting them to announce the Chicago dates because they
Yeah.
always do a Go Fest in Chicago, and I want to go this year. We
would
need to
love
go.
that.
We should buy tickets. It's always like a 2-day event thing, and then even if we drive down, drive up, if we can get Kool-Aid and Amber into it, we could stay by them, then drive back down again, or find a place to stay in Chicago. But they always do. Like, you guys should do a review cast every now and again for video game movies. I like that idea.
That's actually funny. Can I use this as a segue into my next article?
Let me bring up the Sonic the Hedgehog movie first.
Oh,
do you
yeah,
want to go
no,
see that
fine.
and
That's
talk
fine.
about it?
Um,
I know Booty Shorts doesn't want to see it because I just
I'll
asked her.
see it. I might not be happy about it.
I heard it's good. I heard
Mhm.
it's good and fun.
Mm.
And Jim Carrey
Mhm.
looks like Jim Carrey. Oh, that's right. We talked about getting a group together to watch the Super Mario Brothers movie,
I don't
which
think
is
I've ever seen
so bad.
it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, that's good. We should. That's a good topic. It's bad. It's not good.
Great.
The best thing about that movie is that it's only 90 minutes long.
All right, I can handle that.
Okay, now we can segue into your next topic.
My next topic is an article that I'm really excited about.
3 against 2.
From
Fuck.
it's an article by Lance Cartelli and Fox Van Allen from March 8th of last year. But it was 29 awful video game movies
Oof.
ranked from bad to worst.
Are all of the Resident Evil movies going to be on there? Which
Almost.
I personally like the Resident Evil movies. I know
I
they're
love
bad,
them.
but I really like them. I still haven't seen the last one. I was just talking about this with Isabel, the
Oh,
final chapter. I
They're
want to
good.
see
It's
it
good. They're all
because
good.
the last one I saw was when Raccoon City's just getting overrun and they're on top of the building and it
Mhm.
ends.
You got to get on it, Brandon. We'll do that. I think I have all of them.
Sweet.
Yes, 29. We can whip through them real quick.
Okay.
29, which bums me out. Okay, Tomb Raider from
I still haven't seen this. I heard it was good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was excellent.
I still
and
want to
it's
watch it, and it looked good.
bottom of the list. So,
That's
whatever.
shitty.
Rampage.
Rampage I still want to see as well because I love The Rock.
And it was good. Again, I was not
It's just like an
expecting a
action
lot.
movie, right?
Yeah, like, and I don't know. I think people get twisted, like video game movie versus like if somebody wrote this as just a sci-fi weird movie.
Right.
Anyways, that's number 28. Number 27, Angry Birds movie.
I never saw it.
Also horrible. Never should have happened. Number 26, Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life.
I never saw that one. I saw the first Tomb Raider and I liked it.
They're
With Laura Croft. Duh. With
Angelina
Jolie, that's it.
25, Resident Evil Extinction.
That was the third one, right?
My
The one in the
personal
desert.
favorite, yeah, where they go to Vegas and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's and
That
it
wasn't
says
my
right here,
personal
it's the
favorite, but I
highest
still
rated
liked
film in the saga, and it's
Rotten
people
Tomatoes,
hated it.
22%.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed I never saw. That's with Aaron Paul, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
never a fan of all that. Dead or Alive. I didn't even know they made a movie.
Dead or Alive, there was a string of U-Bowl awful fucking trash video game movies, and that's one of them. I'm sure the other ones are on this list too.
Oh yeah, just wait. But this comment here, this film was called A Piece of Garbage and the Best Argument for Reading Books.
Is this going from worst to best or best to worst?
From worst, like bad
so like
to worst.
So so that's probably why Tomb Raider's at the bottom because it's the best, right?
Bad to worst, yeah.
Okay, so that's why Tomb Raider's really low on the list because it's actually good.
I don't think it should be on this list at all. But okay, you're right. You're right. Assassin's Creed, yes, that was a
Assassin's Creed was just disappointing because it had cool ideas, and I love Michael Fassbender, but they were pigeonholed by a PG-13 rating, I think. So a lot of the fighting wasn't violent, and there weren't cool assassinations because they couldn't do blood. You saw it, right?
I did see it. I own it. But
okay, it was also very slow paced.
Yeah.
I remember almost falling asleep during it, and that was disappointing.
Like this comment basically says, like they spent too much time in the present rather than the past, which is what Assassin's Creed is about.
Yeah, yeah. The games get less and less about the current future and shit.
Hitman number 21.
Which Hitman? There were two of them, right?
I'm assuming
the Timothy
the first one,
Oliphant one. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Doom number 20.
Doom is bad, but I liked it. That's with Rock and Carl Urban. It's not good.
Original Resident Evil.
The first 19. One's probably the best, right? People like it the most.
Yeah, it was. It was the lowest rated in the saga, but it did the best in the box office.
Okay.
Original Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie, number 18.
I remember liking that one.
On Rotten Tomatoes. That hurts.
Rough. Warcraft, is good. I like Warcraft.
Yeah, big fan. I saw it and then I went and bought it because I liked it enough to want to be able to
directed
watch
by Duncan
later.
Jones, who directed Moon, Source Code. That's David Bowie's son, is Duncan Jones, if you don't know that. I didn't know that until David Bowie died, and he posted a picture
I did
of him.
not know that.
Yeah. But I really like him, and that's his only huge budget movie that he's done, but I loved it.
Yeah, it says it's the highest grossing video game adaptation ever.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, especially because I'm sure it was huge in China.
Yes,
they eat that shit up.
Oh yeah, which good, make it popular. Number 16, Max Payne.
Never saw it. Looked bad. Heard it was bad.
15, Silent Hill.
The first Silent Hill I remember liking.
Yeah.
Saw in high school with
horrible.
Kool-Aid, and I remember a different friend was there and talking the whole time, and I hated it because he was talking. But there was some cool shit in it. There were cool visuals when the world went from regular Silent Hill to like the darkness and shit. That was cool.
I got distracted.
The chat's rioting.
Ratchet and Clank, number 14. Never saw it. Didn't care.
Ratchet and Clank. I was really excited for Ratchet and Clank because I love the video games and the cutscenes and everything are hilarious. But the movie just didn't capture that.
What did they say? Somebody complained about too many guns for a children's movie.
Well, it's fucking. If you know Ratchet and Clank about the guns, Insomniac makes dope ass weapons, and that's what that game's about.
All right. Oh yeah, Benny and Booty Shorts. Number 13, Super Mario Brothers.
All right, it's worse than all of the movies before that on the list.
15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was pulling for number 1, but there are U-Bowl movies that are definitely worse than the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Robert Hoskins, who played Mario, called it the worst role of his career.
Yep, he did. Bob Hoskins from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yep. All right, number
Dennis
12.
Hopper also in it. John Leguizamo plays Luigi.
Yep.
Bad movie.
Street Fighter, number 12. Never saw it.
Never saw it. Jean-Claude Van Damme's in that, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep. Hitman, Agent 47. 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oof, that's bad.
Postal, which I didn't know about, but
that's another U-Bowl one. That's one of the U-Bowl ones.
Oh, apparently it was not well received by human beings.
Yeah, it is hard to watch.
When you have a Nazi-themed amusement park, well,
Postal's just like about murder, and that's it.
It's just fun. Wing Commander, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's an older movie, I think. Is that Jake Busey?
Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, that's who that is.
I never really liked him.
Really?
Yeah.
I like him as Shaggy. He's a good Shaggy.
I did like him in 13 Ghosts.
All right. I didn't even know that was him in that movie. Shit.
Double Dragon. I also don't know what that is.
Do you know what it is as a game?
Nope.
Oh, it's like a beat 'em up.
Blood Rain, which I liked.
That's a U-Bowl one, I think, as well.
Yeah, like it wasn't horrible, but
is that Michelle Rodriguez?
I believe so.
I didn't know she was in that.
They called it an abomination and a horrifying, preposterous movie, but okay,
fair.
That's fine. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Just looks amusing by this picture.
This is a more recent one. This came out, it was straight to DVD, but this was only a handful of years ago, not like some of the other ones.
I don't know. I didn't make this list
because it's bad.
Yeah,
I mean, there are 12 movies worse than it on this list, apparently.
Silent Hill, Revelation 3D. Obviously,
didn't that take forever to come out? Like they announced the Silent Hill sequel right away, and then this took forever. Wait, is Kit Harington in it?
Kit Harington and Sean Bean.
What?
Yeah, people don't know. Nobody knew that. I didn't know that. But, now we do.
Shit. I mean, I would never watch it because it looks awful. But
In the Name of the King, I don't know that.
I didn't know that was a game. What does it say? Go back up. In this abomination, Jason Statham stars as a fighter named Farmer. Seriously. Who must protect the mighty Castle Ebb from evil. The New York Times called it an awkward Lord of the Rings knockoff.
I'll probably like it then.
All right.
House of the Dead.
I think that was another U-Bowl one, which makes sense.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It is bad, but I liked it.
All right. What's number 1 on the list, Brandon?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably another U-Bowl one.
Alone in the Dark.
Oh, I forgot that was a movie. In what can only be described as the trifecta of phenomenal actors, Tara Reid, Christian Slater, and Stephen Dorff star in one of the worst movies ever released to the public. In fact, this 2005 abomination was so terrible that it earned a spot on Metacritic's list of the worst movies of all time. Metascore 9, Rotten Tomatoes 1%.
That just makes me want to watch it that much more.
It does kind of make me want to watch it. Did you ever play the Alone in the Dark games?
I don't think so.
People loved them, and they suck.
See, and I feel like I might have, but they just weren't memorable.
I don't know.
That's fun.
I did not like them.
Thanks for bearing with me through that because I really enjoyed that list.
Yeah, that was good. Movies that didn't appear on there that must actually be decent: Prince of Persia, Sands of Time.
That was
That one is good, but not great. It could have been better. They didn't
yeah.
use the
Was
time
that Jake
manipulation.
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
that's what I
Jake
thought.
Gyllenhaal. It was Disney. Jerry Bruckheimer produced. But I'm surprised it wasn't Ready Player One. Wait, I meant
What?
Pixel. What? Dude, Ready Player One's amazing.
Get it together. Ready Player One was fantastic, which I'm ready for another one. I'm ready.
Yeah. The author's working on a book, so I wouldn't be surprised if
Is it going to be another what's his face from Game of Thrones where it just takes forever?
maybe. I don't know. I should actually look because I loved the book. And the movie changed a lot of the book, but I liked that though.
Yeah.
It still followed the premise of getting the keys to find the Easter egg, but it changed the way you get the keys, which was cool as a viewer because like I'm expecting this and they change it to this, but they changed it in a good way, like the shining part. Oh my god, so good. Like that's not in the game.
Pixel was that Adam Sandler one, right?
Oh, Pixels. Yeah, I never
Mm.
saw that. Wasn't Peter Dinklage in that too? I'm like
I think so. Kevin
James. I like
yeah.
Kevin James.
I couldn't get into it. It was so bad. Like
I didn't
they
even
should
try.
not be. They should not have done a nerd movie, in my opinion. Like it just they didn't fit the parts.
Okay.
Is how I felt about it when I tried to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't even try to watch it.
But what do I know? I don't make movies. Cast people.
All right, let's go back to some articles. I only have a few more news things left. This is just about people leaving studios. So Dan Houser left Rockstar. I don't know what you know about Rockstar's inner workings, but this is by Matt Kim at IGN. Dan Houser, the co-founder of Rockstar Games and head writer on games like Bully, Red Dead Redemption, and Grand Theft Auto, is leaving Rockstar and Take-Two Games in March. So the Houser brothers are basically the ones who built up Rockstar as the fucking juggernaut game maker that they are. Sam Houser, still there. His role with Rockstar Games remains unchanged. I'm assuming Dan Houser is leaving amid once Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, there was tons of controversy about Rockstar and their crunch culture. Because he made comments about working like 120 hours a week and shit like that with his writing team, which ever since all that shit leaked, I guess the culture has gotten a lot better there. But I'm sure he's taken a lot of heat for that and for his comments. And like, he's a fucking multimillionaire, so it doesn't matter. And I'm sure he still has a stake in the company, so he'll just they'll just be printing money towards him. Yeah.
I just think like as a gamer, and I would like to think that a majority of gamers would feel the same way. This whole crunch culture, especially in other studios, because there's studios still doing it and forcing people to work.
Especially smaller studios. The bigger studios are more in the spotlight, so it's not as awful, but it is still bad.
I would wait as long as it takes to get a good game.
Yeah.
If people aren't being forced to get it out and take
See,
the time, I don't care.
There's so much annoyances with that because everything you hear about it is what just got delayed. Cyberpunk. People are like, oh, delay it, take all the time you need, I don't want you to crunch. But all the people who are working on the game, instead of crunching for a month, now they're crunching for 9 months. And there was a quote from somebody who worked at Rockstar during GTA 5 because that got delayed once, maybe twice. And he said he crunched the whole time through all those delays. He was crunching and working insane amounts of hours. It's like, that fucking sucks. But what can you do? Like, those game devs who are working that hard don't want you to not buy their game because they work so hard on it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just putting more transparency on the crunch and that, which it's gotten better. I know a lot of Sony first party studios don't crunch nearly as much. Sony's just like, take your fucking time. Like, we don't want them. Like, their games are amazing. So
interesting.
Yeah. But then some people crunch, like we crunch at work. Like, we'll work overtime sometimes if they ask us to make more money and whatever. But if you're doing it for a year straight and you never see your family, that's
jeopardizing your health.
Right. If it's a week here and there, like a few weeks before release, I get that. But it's bad. Tivral's in with some tentacle
anime
emotes.
Tentacle porn. Okay.
Get that shit out of here. All right. Gears of War studio head leaves to make Diablo. This is from Charlie Hall.
The picture is so badass.
At Polygon.
That.
What of
I just love it. I want it.
What's her name?
Huge, blown up on my wall.
She's the new character. She's like the lead evil, Mephisto's daughter. I don't know her name. I forget it already.
That image, I want it huge plastered on the wall.
But yeah, Rob Ferguson, he's the head of Coalition, who's been in charge of the Gears of War franchise since Gears 3 was done and Epic stopped making them. So I think they made Gears of War Judgment and then the Gears 1 Ultimate Edition on Xbox One and then Gears 4 and Gears 5. So he's leaving to go work at Blizzard and work with the Diablo franchise.
Cool.
Which I'm cool with. I'm very excited for Diablo 4. Blizzard's been doing some bullshit as a company with the Blitzchung shit. But in Brandon's world, there's no way I can't buy and play Diablo 4.
Yeah, no.
Unless
for
it's
real.
trash, but it looks amazing.
Especially when that picture slightly turns me on a little bit. Is that weird?
Have you seen the trailer for Diablo 4? Because she's like very almost naked. Not that you're into almost
I
naked
mean,
ladies, but
when she has horns and blood. I mean, I guess it's a different ballgame. No,
oh yeah,
I
Benny.
have seen.
Have you seen? You saw the Diablo 4 trailer, right? She's in this. They
I think it's
basically
gonna be
summon
legit.
her in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Diablo 4
I'm so
looks
excited.
so fucking
Mhm.
good. I can't wait.
We should take off work whenever it comes out and do a release
Hell
in a
yeah.
group.
See, now the problem with that is I took off work for Diablo 3 and the servers were rough for the first day.
Well,
So,
there's
what?
other
How have you
things.
not seen it? Did you see the Overwatch 2 trailer from fucking BlizzCon? It was the same day. God damn it. We'll talk about this after the
All
show.
right, all right.
All right. Next article. Activision confirms new Call of Duty in 2020. This is a big surprise. This is by Matt Kim at IGN. So I don't know if you saw, this was sometime last year. Call of Duty's on the 3-year cycle. It
Mhm.
goes Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer.
Mhm.
One of them makes a game, then they take 3 years to make another game. It's that sort of cycle. Rumors last year broke that Activision had to come in. Sledgehammer's not making this year. It's their turn.
I did.
And they threw it on Treyarch, and Treyarch's fucking pissed about it, I guess.
I did see an article about that, and
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised.
So it's only going to be 2 years for Treyarch, which is what it used to be on last gen consoles. Obviously, it's more work now on this gen and current gen hardware. But I like Treyarch's games the best.
Mhm.
They make Black Ops. Black Ops 4 I loved, even
Mhm.
though it didn't have a campaign. I played the multiplayer a shit ton. Whereas Modern Warfare, I have played it twice. I got it from one of my friends for my
Mm.
birthday. We played like 1 or 2 nights, and that's been it so far. I thought about jumping back in, but it's not as fun.
I only ever play any zombie mode. Like that's the only.
Which is
reason I
what
play.
Black Ops is
Yeah,
in. Like
'cause
Treyarch made zombies, so
Like,
that's why.
Back in the day, my brother and I did the campaigns and stuff, but like
Yeah.
the zombies is just that's my jam. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that surprised me. I do remember.
I like the
seeing an article
multiplayer
about
more,
it.
usually. I do also really like zombies, though. And I like campaigns. So I'm hoping Treyarch brings a campaign back. But with only 2 years, who the fuck knows? They also made in Black Ops 4 was when their Battle Royale mode came out, Blackout.
Mhm.
So I could see them just kind of doing a Blackout 2 multiplayer zombies again.
Curious because like I feel like Call of Duty has done so much and there's so
Mhm.
so much variety already. How much can they do and like
Mhm.
what kind of chances can they take
I don't
without
think they take-
ruining their following?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Call of Duty sells. It's a fucking juggernaut. Like, it's insane the amount
It'll
of
sell
numbers
no
it
matter
sells.
what.
Yeah.
They'll never falter, but I'm just like they do some crazy weird like fantasy shit or space shit.
Like,
Is it
sales
gonna
have been
break
kind of
their-
like down, but it's still the best selling game of the
Mhm.
year every year.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, sales are down from last year, but it's still sold the most out of all video games.
I think it's like I want to say mob mentality, but that's not right. But like people see a new Call of Duty and then
Mhm.
it's like something subconscious kicks in. They're like, I have to get it.
It's one of those things where it's people who don't play a ton of video games, like them and their group
Mm.
of friends. They play Madden, they play Call of
the
Duty,
mainstream.
they play GTA.
They're not
and
playing obscure shit like
There's only a
Drunk
handful of
Foo,
games.
Wasted
Yeah,
Masters.
there's only a handful of games that are that insane as far as annualized and things like that. Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's biggest franchise,
Mhm.
so when a new Assassin's Creed comes out, those people who buy 2-3 video games a year get it because Assassin's Creed is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Rumored Assassin's Creed Ragnarok is the rumor this year, and it's going to be Viking related. I'm fucking down for that on PS5, please, and thank you.
I have actually a whole Ubisoft article about not that specifically, but Ubisoft did something. This is from Eurogamer.
Okay.
They said Ubisoft promised 5 AAA games before April of 2021.
I saw that article, but I didn't pull it.
So they confirmed, Ubisoft confirmed Watch Dogs Legion,
Mhm.
Gods and Monsters, which I'm super.
That's the one
stoked
that's like
about.
Breath of the Wild, kind of, right?
Yeah.
They haven't showed gameplay for it yet, though, right?
I think they did, and they did a little bit. I don't know if it was at E3 or what, but it might have been E3.
I want the next God of War as well. Oh, yeah, Benny.
Rainbow Six Quarantine, they announced.
Yeah, they announced that at E3, right? It's
Um,
the co-op, almost zombie-y one, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Jason Schreier.
I love Jason Schreier. Jason Schreier.
Had
Jason
posted
Schreier.
about the potential for. Well, somebody was talking about a Splinter Cell, and he said, "No, it's not Splinter Cell."
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I did see him tweet about that.
But they said Assassin's Creed, Vikings thing, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry, which
Hell yeah.
I am sorry to anybody who's going to be butthurt by this. I only got into Far Cry with 5 and New Dawn. I did dabble in 3 and 4 a little
Far
bit.
Cry 3 is the only one
Um,
I've played to completion. and I
Fucking
loved it.
amazing. They're truly amazing, and I'm super excited to see where they go with it next. But that's what they announced. Basically, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry.
Yeah,
Watch
because they said
Dogs.
it. Yeah, it's not going to be the only thing Ubisoft confirmed it wouldn't be was Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah,
Which who the fuck knows when that game's ever coming
and
out?
apparently Splinter Cell was crushed as well.
Yeah,
Not that I care.
yeah. Which I know one of our friends, Dylan, is super wanting a Splinter Cell game, but it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
Man, if they do a new Far Cry for next spring, I'll be so happy.
See, I don't know how excited I would be for a new Far Cry. Like, I like it as a franchise, but I never am one where I need to get it right away.
I think I was really
Anymore.
stoked because I picked up 5 just for shits and giggles, and it was right up my alley with what I liked.
You picked up 5 and New Dawn like at the same time,
And then
right?
right when I finished 5, New Dawn came out, and they led into each other. And
okay.
I think the way they did it with the 2 games really made me get more into it, just leading into one another. Same world, but obviously in the future after the fucking apocalypse. And really, it was really
yeah. New Dawn looked cooler to me than 5 did, and I know how the story goes in 5, so I thought about just picking up New Dawn at some point.
You should play 5.
Yeah,
It's
but
fun.
that's a lot of time.
The cult mentality, like, it was so cool. So cool.
All right, so I looked up Rainbow Six Quarantine because I forgot what it is. It's a 3-player tactical co-op game set several years in the future of the Rainbow Six universe. So, could be cool.
Sure.
Rainbow Six Siege people love. Rainbow Six in general people love.
Never played it, but I know it's huge.
Yeah.
So,
Tivril asks, did you guys hear about the BioWare vets making a sci-fi game at their new studio? No.
I came across something, and I think I passed up that article.
I didn't even see that.
I was on a mission.
BioWare vets making sci-fi. Let's see. Is it the D&D? Oh, is it that Wizards of the Coast game? We'll go to this one on Eurogamer. I did see something about Wizards making something. So yeah, ex-BioWare vets working on story-driven sci-fi game at new Wizards of the Coast studio. This is by Matt Wales at Eurogamer. So yeah, Wizards of the Coast, the publisher behind Magic and Dungeons & Dragons and all that shit, revealed a new video game dev studio, Archetype Entertainment, being helmed by 2 ex-BioWare veterans, and its first title will be a story-driven sci-fi RPG. That sounds dope. I'm into that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And they'll have money behind them with Wizards, so it's not like they're starting their own studio.
Cool.
Which can be risky. So thanks for bringing that to our attention. I saw the headline of Wizards of the Coast making a studio, and I was like, I didn't know it was BioWare people.
Felt about it too. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna pass it for now.
Yeah.
Now I know.
That's all I super have for news. I did pull up the Kindred Fates Kickstarter.
Oh, did they get more?
Just because I was curious where it was. They hit some tiers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They're at 98,000 now, so they hit the tier for. I think they had already hit breeding mechanics.
Yes.
When we looked at it, right? So they're at guild and more bond activities. So the next one is more kinfolk, which is a big one. So I hope they reach that. I haven't pledged yet. How many days? 17 days to go.
I want to do it.
I'll probably pledge. I don't know if they're going to get to the Switch release, but
I need to remember to share the article again and start getting that information out there because I want this to happen.
I don't care about turn-based option.
Yeah.
More kinfolk would be sweet, so they should hit that, which will be dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good call.
I looked that up again. So that's all I have for news. You got any more news?
I don't have any more news.
Well, then we'll get into what you've been playing.
As most of you already know, I finally joined the Overwatch bandwagon.
You did.
And I'm obsessed.
It got me back into playing it. We got a couple of our friends into it too.
I love it. I do. I like it a lot. I was huge with Apex. I don't get into these kinds of games.
Okay.
Apex Legends came out and I really liked it, but I
loved Apex.
think I like
when
this
it first
more. Like,
yeah,
just there's more diversity, and I'm overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, Betty loves Overwatch.
Like I want to be good to a certain degree with all the characters, so that no matter what, I can like participate efficiently.
Yeah.
But so far, as I told you earlier this morning, Orisa's my bitch.
Yeah. You said you've been crushing it with Orisa. I try to just be good with at least a couple in each category. So damage, tank, support, where I feel like I'm good enough with a handful of them in each category. But I want to know all of them so you can defend against all of them.
That's kind of what I mean.
I haven't played in over a year, and there's just new characters, and I don't know what the fuck they can all do yet. So, but we hopped on with a group yesterday and lost a lot. But I honestly won the most when it was me and you.
Yeah.
So it's probably Benny's fault and Dylan's fault why we're losing.
Definitely Benny's fault.
Yeah. I think so too.
Just blame him. Scapegoat.
Yeah. He by far has played the most Overwatch out of anybody that I know. So
yeah, And then you, Brandon, got me hooked on Slay the Spire.
Dude, Slay the Spire is so fucking good.
Another type
Holy
of game that I
shit.
don't get into, and I'm
I love
freaking obsessed.
Yeah. If you don't know, Slay the Spire is just a card. It's a basically turnstile combat role playing game where you use cards to do your attacks.
Mhm.
So you get a hand of cards every turn. You have so much energy to play said cards, and then you kill creatures and you move up a spire, basically.
You get a new card
Mhm.
after every combat, and so like you don't build a deck and start with it.
Right.
You start with a set number.
You start with a base deck. Of
and then you get
10
more, and you
cards.
have to pick and choose and do things. If you don't like this type of game, play it anyways, because I'm fucking sucked.
Because I normally don't like them either.
Yeah, like I'm just find myself thinking about it when I'm not playing it. Like,
It's also a good, hey, I have a short amount of time, I can play this game. Because it's
Mhm.
not a consistent game. You die and then you start over.
Yeah.
You unlock more
Yep.
things that can show up in your run, but once you die, your run's over, you start new.
yeah, I love it.
And they do daily challenges. Have you done any of the daily climbs yet?
The
daily climbs are cool. They add weird rules to it, and you get weird relics that kind of play off of each other to get good synergies and fight.
I kind of set
fucking
myself a
dope.
standard where I need to get through one run first before I dabble, because I can get to the end of the second
Okay.
act, but I get fucking crushed, and I'm just
Who's the
slowly
one?
working
There's
my way
the
up
Shadow. Is that the second one? The Silent? The Silent.
I think so. I've fought like 3 bosses though.
I've
It seems to change.
the bosses change, yeah. So like
Yeah.
there's you have to
There's,
get
like, the
through
blob.
you have to get through 3 tiers. So you go through a map,
Mm.
fight a boss, go through a map, fight a boss, go through a map, fight a boss, and then that's how you win.
Yeah.
And then, well, you haven't won, so I won't tell you about what
Yeah,
goes
don't
on.
do that. Mm.
But I finished with the Ironclad. You get something, I think, for finishing with all of the different heroes. So there's the Ironclad, there's the Silent, and there's the Defect. I'm trying to win with the Silent right now, and I fucking can't. I just keep getting fucked. I think the Ironclad heals after every combat, and that helps a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
But you can get some dope ass combos with the Silent and with the Defect. But
We'll see if I get
it's
to
very
that.
cool. I've been playing a fuckload of that as well.
So, yeah, other than that, between Overwatch and that, I don't think I've.
I haven't been playing a ton of games this week. It's been mostly Slay the Spire. We played Overwatch this
Mhm.
weekend some. Oh yeah, Ben, you mentioned Borderlands 3, which I haven't been playing. I want to jump in and play the DLC.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I know you said that. On Friday night, I played Magic the Gathering with Tivril for about 7 hours online and on stream, and it was super fun. I want to play it more because we were just playing with the base decks. It's Magic the Gathering Arena. It's only on the Epic Game Store right now, but it's a free-to-play Magic the Gathering game, which I love Magic growing up and then as an adult when I was in my 20s, but it's expensive to continue to buy cards and to keep playing.
Mhm.
But the online game is free. You can earn cards a lot. It doesn't seem that expensive if you want to buy and expand and tweak your decks. So I want to expand my deck some and then play more again with Tivril. We also got kind of drunk on the stream, which was really fun.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
everything I've been playing.
and
I still log into Pokemon Go every day.
Fuck
But
yeah, of course. That just, like, doesn't even count.
don't
anymore.
actually go outside and play it.
I did. I think I mentioned like right when we were starting the stream. I bought a bunch of games on Switch. That's how I fucked myself this week. So I had all those
that's
credits, and I was gonna buy Slay the Spire.
Mhm.
Kind of dabbled and browsed a little bit.
Because you've been playing it on Xbox on Game
Yeah,
Pass.
so I'm like, I might as well keep it on there. And then the big game I picked up on Switch is called For the King, which I believe is like
I
a
think I've
turn-based kind
seen
of thing.
it. I think I've looked at it.
The
I'm not sure if I know
graphics
what it
really
is.
kind of got me more intrigued. I'm really excited to play it.
It's For the King.
For the King, yeah.
I'll look it up.
But I also picked up Drunk Foo Wasted Fighters on Switch. I would like, if you want to play after this and stream a little bit, we can. But super stoked
I'd be
for
into
that.
So this is For the King. Yeah, it looks turn-based something or other.
Yeah, I watched the video, and I usually don't get in.
Mr. Poulsen, Sally McWrecker,
Excited.
and Old Lars. I like Sally McWrecker.
But I'm super stoked to try it out.
Roguelike tabletop adventure.
hmm
That's interesting.
But I liked.
So yeah, it looks like this view reminds me of Civilization.
Yeah, which probably is why I was intrigued.
Yeah,
but
which
I
makes
like the
me
way they
less
look.
likely to
It's
enjoy
like
it.
folded
But
paper, and I just think it's gonna look really cool.
it gives me kind of Civ vibes, kind of Fire Emblem vibes.
So, I played the demo for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That will be coming out.
Yeah, how's that?
I'm not a fan.
I've never played Mystery Dungeon. Isn't the one that there's a demo for? It's remakes of the first 2 Mystery Dungeon games on DS, something like that, right?
This one that is out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mystery Dungeon DX, Rescue
Yeah.
Pokemon something.
So it's the first two that came out on DS, I believe. I never played the Mystery Dungeon games.
I hadn't either. My coworker told me to play it.
Some people love them, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I liked it, but I'm not gonna buy it.
I don't know. I was always mad when these other Pokemon games came out that weren't
just spend your time and money on traditional Pokemon.
But they're not being made by Game Freak, so it's just a different dev.
I also never played Pokemon Ranger.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I played a little bit of the one on GameCube because I wanted to get that Shadow Lugia, because Lugia is my favorite legendary Pokemon. But I never did.
Yeah,
I played it a little bit, and that's all that
they're
happened.
not, yeah.
So I don't know.
Other than that, no, I bought a shit ton of like party games on Switch. I'm super stoked about.
Before we leave today, I just want to see if there happens to be breaking news, but it's a Sunday, so probably not. Let's see. It's going to be more so movie news because the Oscars are tonight. But yeah, nothing crazy. I don't really have anything else to say for today. If you done, we'll keep streaming after, but I want to get an end to the show, obviously, to break it out.
What do you mean? What the fuck is Range? Pokemon Ranger and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, 2 separate games.
Yeah, so I know Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon, you are a Pokemon, and you go and you rescue other Pokemon, I guess.
Mystery Dungeon, it was a huge line of games on DS. So I don't know. I never played them, so I can't. I think they're kind of action role-playing games, right?
Yeah, you like walk around.
Like you walk with your Squadamons, and
it's cool, it's cute, but I
still look over there sometimes because my camera's over there usually.
It didn't do anything for me, you know. I'm just glad I gave it a shot. Hey, those are 2 of my favorite legendaries.
Latios and Latios. I like this Charizard here. And this Alakazam.
2 Kecleons. Look like Bart.
Oh, this is a Mega Charizard.
Damn.
I don't know what the fuck Pokemon Ranger is, though.
Really? I've never played it, but I followed it, and I always thought of it, and I was never interested.
Is it like Mystery Dungeon?
I don't know. Yes and no. Like, you're riding a Suicune down there. I just don't know what happens.
And are you still playing as the Pokemon? Or are you playing as a Ranger in this? Whereas the Mystery Dungeon, you are playing as the Pokemon?
Pokemon saving Pokemon.
Okay. Oh shit, Mewtwo's just fucking there.
They announced a Mewtwo Funko Pop.
I did not like Pokemon.
Super stoked.
Really? A Mewtwo Funko Pop?
Yeah.
Does it look... Pokemon ones are always kind of weird.
They announced a bunch of new Funko Pops.
I don't know if I like it.
I like it. I think it's legit.
I don't know. I don't like it.
I think those are all the new ones.
Pichu, Vulpix, Mewtwo, Mr. Mime.
Yeah, horrible choices. Why? Nobody
Mewtwo's
cares.
a good choice, but I don't like it.
The other ones are. Why would you do those Pokemon?
Pichu and Vulpix, I get. They got to market cute Pokemon.
Gotta make money. I get it. Whatever.
Mr. Mime makes no sense though.
Yeah.
People fucking hate Mr. Mime. Is creepy.
So, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm very particular in the pops that I buy now because I had too many at one point. I sold a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I really just buy Iron Man ones at this point, and then get cool ones as gifts. But yeah. Well, that's gonna be it for Game Talk today. Questions for next week? Post them in the YouTube comments. I know we're live right now.
Fuck, I did have a question.
But
sorry.
Not okay. We'll wrap it up after this question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I came across this.
I like that idea,
article, and it was the question: if you
you give me dope pops though. You don't have to apologize.
If you could replay a game for the first time, which game would you choose? And why? Like,
like a
fresh start where it's brand new to you.
Would it be playing it today? Right? Like I'm not, because if I pick an old game, it's not going to be as good as when I played it the first time.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like
if I pick Ocarina of Time, it's not going to be as good because it's aged.
Well,
that's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, Benny, it would be God of War.
Oh, that's fair. That's actually a really good point. And mine was Skyrim.
Oh yeah, Booty Shorts of Skyrim is a good one as well.
Also, I was Pokemon Sapphire.
Okay.
Because it still, to me, holds up. I know, obviously, they've come a long way with the Switch games, but...
Ooh, KOTOR is a good one as well, Tivral.
I just thought it was an awesome question. Like, to just go back... And
Horizon would be a good one, because the story in Horizon is so good. There's good twists and turns in that story. Fuck. Bloodborne was a great experience. It would be God of War though. Like, I loved God of War so
Yeah.
much, and like it's still super fun to go back and play. But that first time when you're throwing
The
your
awe,
axe, calling
oof.
it back, killing
Yeah.
people,
The
getting the scope
gameplay
and the story.
alone, and then like it was
Yeah.
awe-inspiring to see that just everything about
Mhm.
the world you're in.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I think for games that hold up, that would probably be the one.
Yeah, because it's still so new. It's,
Um,
less than 2 years old at this point.
Older, it would be Pokemon Sapphire, just because that
Yeah.
game changed it for me, and I still think like there's way more to do in that than there even was in Sword and Shield,
Mhm.
and I like that.
That going that route too. Pokemon Silver would be awesome. Soul Silver
Mm.
specifically, because the remake just makes the visuals better and the gameplay is still the same, and you still have the same story and everything. Yeah,
Sweet. Yeah. No.
yeah, that's a good question though. That's a tough one. What is this story? Oh, Slay the Spire developers react to 5-minute speedrun. We don't need to.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm Brandon.
I'm Ryan.
This has been Game Talk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. All right. End recording, but keep streaming.